Hey, Jermaine Griggs here.
Jonathan Powell, JP.
And we're so glad that you've joined us again. I hope you've been enjoying everything that we're doing on this page. I gotta tell you, Musician Xplosion is just amazing. And I'm not just saying that because we're the producers of it. Really, JP is pretty much an integral part of this project. He's brought all these guys together. And JP, I just wanted the people to know why this course and what makes this course different from some of the past ones. I mean, not only is it like double the musicians, like double the keys, double the styles, but I mean, can you kind of go into some depth on why this and why now?
Well, this course is very important, and it's a lot different from a lot of our past courses because in the past we focused more so on the foundational side of things, like teaching people about the scales, the number system, and that's your foundation. But this course gets you more hands-on into the things that you need to learn to play in the church service.
So you're talking about musician transformation.
Exactly, musician's transformation.
Which transformed you.
Exactly, that's
Now,
the whole point.
People are saying, well, what about musician breakthrough? That broke you through a certain glass ceiling, right?
Exactly.
And this one is Xplosion. Are we just playing with words here? Or?
Nah, every word has a purpose, and the Xplosion is going to take you to another level that the musician breakthrough didn't necessarily do. In musician breakthrough, what we did was take you through the different dimensions of the church service that you talked about.
Praise,
worship,
shouting,
talk music, everything that you need to do to play in the church service. But in Musician Xplosion, we took it to another level, and we thought about the different things that we didn't cover, like occasional stuff like baptismal.
Take me to the water.
Pastor's anniversary, different things that
Give me my flowers,
stuff like that. So we also focused on teaching you how to play in all 12 keys because that's one of the most important things. That's where your durability comes in because you want to be flexible and be able to play the different styles of the church service, but you also want to be durable enough to actually be able to play in all 12 keys at any time, at any point, and in any style.
Because let's be honest, in this day and age, you've got keyboards, you've got transpose buttons. We personally think the transpose button is the enemy.
It's the enemy, it's the devil.
It's the devil because you can literally use your keyboard to fake, if you will, like you're playing in all 12 keys, but you're really not.
Exactly.
If you get on an acoustic instrument or you're at a church where you're just a piano or an organ, you're going to be exposed.
Yeah, you're going to be exposed. Basically, you can play in any key, any style, at any time.
Anywhere. And that's the power of it. So when you think of an explosion, what I think of is like a bunch of energy, like contained somewhere, whether you're talking about a volcano or what have you, and it just exploding. And that's what I feel like. There's a lot of musicians out there with a lot of potential, a lot of energy, a lot of passion. And we're hoping with this course for the first time to be able to just make you explode with creativity, options, and the freedom to play in any key that you want.
Exactly.
So with that said, I hope you enjoy the next set of clips that we have for you. JP has handpicked them. What would you say about these particular clips?
Well, these clips up next, I handpicked them myself. And even if you don't participate in this, which I think will be absolutely absurd, because we're pretty much giving this away. This is 10 musicians. This is 10 different styles. This is 12 different keys.
So in the ensuing clips, I hope you enjoy. We'll be back with some more detail, but this is Jermaine Griggs.
This is JP, Jonathan Powell.
And remember, if you can hear it,
you can play it.
All right, welcome to the worship section. We're going to go over Here I Am to Worship in E flat. But before we do that, let's go ahead and go through the E flat major scale. So here's the E flat. There's 7 notes in E flat major scale. So E flat's 1, F is 2, G is 3, A flat is 4, B flat is 5, C is 6, D is 7, and then back to E flat, back to 1. All right. So normally how Here I Am to Worship is played is I'll be playing in E flat. So you're going over 1, 5 over 7, and then a 7 chord, 3 chord, 1 over 6, and then 4, and then 4 over 6, 5 over 7. And that's how Here I Am to Worship is normally played in most places. So we changed it up a little bit. We're playing it in a minor key, but I'll be giving out the numbers in the major relative of C minor, just so it's a little easier to kind of track along. So we're playing it in C minor. There's 3 passes, and each pass we kind of add a little bit more to it. The first one is the more open one, and we're basically playing, the bass is going A, B, C, and the 3 chords associated with that is going to be F, your left hand's F, G flat, C, and then your right hand is C, F, A. All right, so actually, I'm sorry, it's just F, G, A. You're just really F, G, A flat, and you're just walking up in the melody. Okay, and then the second chord over B is your left hand is G, A flat, B, E over B. So, and what you're doing is you're kind of doing this little trill. So you're just going C, D flat, D, while you're holding G, like that. So the second chord is over B. So again, B, G, A flat, B, E. And then you're doing this trill, C, D flat, D, and holding G on top. And then you're going to do this little 2-note D, F together, and then E flat, G. And then when you come up, you're going to hit A flat and B flat. When I mean come up, you mean D, F, and then E flat, G. So, all right. And your left hand is doing C, A flat, E flat, C, A flat, E flat, and then A flat, B flat, E flat, G. Okay. So again, the chords together. All right. So that's the first part there. And then you're going to play the melody. And then your bass is B. And you're going to have A flat, B on your right hand, A flat, B, E flat, G. And then you're going to go to, it's really an F to B flat chord, but we'll only do pieces of it because we want it to sound a little more open. So we don't want to sound like, right? So we're going to play, okay? And the bass line is going to go A, B flat. But we're not going to hit that. The bass is going to hit that for us. All right, so let's put together what we've gone through so far. So from the beginning. All right, so that was the flat 5, flat 6, 6, and then we go down to flat 6, and then flat 5, 5. So that's the first pass right there. Now let's go on to the next part, which will get us through halfway of the first time around. So we'll go through 7, the change is 7, 3, 4, and 2. So typically you see 7, 3, 6. We're going to go 7, 3, 4, 2, okay? So the 7 chord we're going to do there, here is the bass note 7, and we're going to do D, F, G flat on the left hand. On the right hand, we're going to do C, F, A flat, and then over the 3 chord, we're going to go, 3's the G note, we're going to do left hand's D, F, right hand is A, C, E, G, and this is just a passing chord. So D, F, A, C, E, G, and then you're going to resolve to this chord here. So the left hand will change to D, G, and the right hand will be A flat, B, D, G. Okay? So 7. And then we're going to go to the 4 chord, but we're going to do another passing chord. We're not going to land just right on the 4. We're going to do a passing chord. We're going to have A flat, and then your left hand will be A flat, E flat. Your right hand will be F, B, D, G. Okay? Actually, it might be easier to use your left hand to cover the F here. All right, so the first chord is A flat, E flat, and then F for the left hand. Right hand is B, D, G. And then you're going to go to, you're going to resolve to this chord here, A flat major 7. So it's A flat, E flat, G. Right hand C, E flat, G. So that's kind of how it sounds. So putting it together with the 7-3-6. Okay, so that's how that sounds together. I'm sorry, 7-3-4, not 7-3-6. 7-3-4. And then this is just like a little chord to kind of get the harmony going there. We're gonna do E, B flat, G in the right hand. Left hand to be D, E flat. And then the second one is E flat, B flat, left hand is G, A flat. Okay? So it's going to sound like that. And it's just playing the melody for us. And then when we actually end this first half, we're going to actually go to A flat over F. And what we're going to play in the left hand is F, D flat, right hand, A flat, B flat, E flat. So it would sound like this. The important note here is the D flat. That's what makes it sound a little bit different. Because normally if you just play like this, it just sounds a little different when you add the D flat. So F, D flat, A flat, B flat, E flat. All right, so let's take it up from the beginning up to this point. So A, B flat, that's where we're at right there. 7-3-6 over 7-3-4, and then in at the 2 chord, 4 over 2.